This evening, I want to welcome our families, our friends, our Board of Education commissioners, our distinguished guests, all my district-wide administrators, teachers, staff, and most importantly, the Abraham Clark High School class of 2026. Graduates, tonight is your night. So I want you to take a moment and look around. Look to your left, look to your right. These are your peers who shared late night conversations, locker room conversations, stage fright jitters, and some big victories along the way. Together, you didn't finish high school, you sort of authored a chapter in your story here at Abraham Clark High School that will never be repeated. But let's be honest tonight. I don't want to give you a typical, comfortable graduation speech because you are not a typical, comfortable graduating class. You are stepping out into a world that is moving faster than any point in human history. That sheer velocity of technological advancements, social and economic change is very unprecedented. For past generations, the ultimate graduation challenge was simply learning how to keep up. But class of 2026, keeping up is no longer the benchmark. Your challenge is not whether you can follow the pace of the world, it is whether you have the audacity to lead. As your superintendent, I have been privileged of witnessing the incredible work happening across this entire school district. But tonight is a vivid reminder that none of our systemic accomplishments matter more than the raw potential sitting in these seats right now. You are living proof that our Vision 2027 strategic plan is moving and making progress. This year, we expanded educational opportunities and continue to work on modernizing our school environments. That being said, the Roselle Public School District is planning for the future through an upcoming school bond referendum. On September 15th, we will ask this community to support us on a vote on a new school and renovations to all our schools across the district. And those projects will include enhanced safety upgrades, innovative learning spaces, a transition center, and rezoning the district from a district that has 6 school transitions down to 4 school transitions. So graduates, you didn't just inherit a challenging world, you have an opportunity to capitalize on this changing world. You've earned the scholarships, you've secured industry certifications, you dominated in the athletic fields, you commanded the stages through our arts. You proved that Roselle doesn't just adapt to the future, we build it. Right now, the world is captivated by the 2026 FIFA World Cup right here in our tri-state area. They're also excited about the electric performance of the New York Knicks championship run. Millions are watching the world's elite athletes compete on these grandest stages. But what makes those champions special isn't their baseline talent. See, each player on the pitch and every player on the hardwood has suffered something devastating. Every team has faced a moment where the pressure was suffocating and throwing in the towel would have made an easy exit. The difference between a spectator and a champion is the refusal to stay down. The world you are entering will demand the same relentless grit. There will be moments when you carefully map plans, shatter and fall apart. There will be moments when you fail publicly. There will be moments when the loudest voice in your head is doubt. But when these moments hit, remember this: success is not measured by a flawless record. It is measured by your willingness to look failure in the eye, learn from it, and get back up. Through our district's Portrait of a Graduate initiative, we talk constantly about creating adaptable, collaborative, critical thinkers, and problem solvers. Those aren't just academic buzzwords to put on a resume. Those are the survival tools for the leaders of tomorrow. Some of you will become educators, entrepreneurs, or artists. Some will defend our country in the military, step straight into the workforce, or head off to the university. And some of you will pioneer career paths that haven't even been invented yet. Whether the road you take, never forget the foundation of your hustle. Remember the lessons learned on the streets and in the classrooms of Roselle. Remember the teachers who refused to let you give up, the families who sacrificed everything to get you in this field, and the community that invested heavily in your success. Your diploma is not the finish line. It is the starting line. As you walk off this field as alumni, I challenge you to these final 3 things. Dream boldly. Safe dreams are a waste of your intellect. Secondly, work relentlessly. Talent without hustle is a tragedy. Serve others. True power is measured by how many people are lifted up because you walked in the room. So on behalf of the Roselle Public School community, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey. We are fiercely proud of you. We believe in you, and we cannot wait to watch you run the world. So go forward with courage, purpose, and unshakable pride. And as the legendary rapper Clifford T.I. Harris once said, even when the odds are against you, you must believe that you can overcome anything. Your past does not define your future. Your actions today do. So class of 2026, go out there, take action, and now it's time to let them know.
Standing here today isn't about any title I've held or any accomplishment I've earned. It's about all of us. When I think about my high school experience, I think of our opportunities. Roselle is not the biggest town, it's not the richest town, it's not the most famous town, but somehow, this small town gave me more opportunities than I could have ever imagined.
Hi, everyone. Good evening to the board, to faculty, to staff, to parents, friends, family, and the beautiful class of 2026. I spent days trying to figure out what to write for this speech. And honestly, I asked myself, how can I cram the past 4 years into a very short speech? But then I decided to switch my plans and write about the path that it took to get here. I am so grateful to be given such an honor. But there's one quote by Michelangelo I think you should listen to and take in before I continue. If people knew how hard I had to work to gain my mastery, it would not seem so wonderful at all. I'm saying this because I want people to see the true hardships of being an academically driven person. Late nights doing work, crying because I was overwhelmed, and the pressure of everybody relying on you to do great. I tried to do most of high school alone, and that's where I began to lose. My fear of failing eventually caused me to fail. But then I started to win when I stopped trying to be so severely independent. I say all this to say, don't let your ego stop you from asking for help and indulging in the people around you. Just because you ask for help, it doesn't mean that your work was any less of your effort and your achievement. Remember, your hard work is yours, and no one, absolutely no one, is bid to go through and do life alone. Again, thank you for this title of valedictorian. I am completely thankful for this. And let's go, class of 2026.
In this world of social media and instant likes, waiting to see the fruit of your labor seem even more distant. It's important to stay the course and trust we'll find success.
Before I begin, I have to be honest. I'm standing here today, still in my scrubs, and my car had to be towed on the way here. It would have been easy to just turn around and call it a day, but I wanted to be here because this moment matters. I wanted the opportunity to encourage each and all of you and remind you that obstacles will always show up on the road to your goals. So if I can make it here today, despite the chaos, I hope it serves as a reminder that you can push through whatever stands between you and your dreams. The dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And I, along with my siblings, are living testaments to that.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Roselle Board of Education, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of our families, friends, educators, staff, community members, and everyone who helped make this evening possible for the Abraham Clark High School class of 2026. Graduates, before you let your caps fly and the pictures begin, I want you to look around and hold on to these moments. Because the person who can remember one of my charges to you will get a significant gift before I leave this field. But you can't record me. You have to listen. So please. Somewhere in these stands is a person who woke up early for you, who waited up late for you, reminded you about deadlines, worried when you were quiet, cheered when you succeeded, and kept believing in you, even on the days when you were still trying to believe in yourself. This stadium is not just filled with guests. It is filled with evidence that you did not get here alone. I want you to give your families a round of applause. Tonight, as you graduate from Abraham Clark High School, but more than that, you are stepping out of a season where much of your life was structured for you and into one where you will increasingly have to decide what matters, what fits, what is worth your energy, and who you want to become. That can feel exciting. It can also feel like standing in the middle of a crowded intersection with no clear sign pointing in the right direction. Welcome to what we call adulting. This is a part where you can become a bit chaotic. Your plans may change. The career you thought you wanted may not be the career you choose. Your college major may change. You may change cities. The people around you may change. And even your definition of success may change. But here's the thing, none of this means failure. This is just life giving you information so that you can shift and transcend.
You are not required to have a 5-year plan that never bends. However, you are required to pay to that information that will allow you to pivot. Pay attention to your values, your gifts, your responsibilities, and the kind of life you are building one decision at a time.
But most importantly, remember you are the authors of your own narrative. Other people may offer opinions. They may try to hand you a script based on who they think you should be, what they think you should pursue, or how quickly they think you should achieve it. Listen to wise counsel, but do not allow anyone else to hold the pen to your life. Your story will include victories and challenges, chapters you are proud of, and chapters you may wish have unfolded differently. But every chapter can teach you something. Every experience can shape you, and every new day gives you another opportunity to write with intention. So I leave you with these two charges. First, make choices that you can live with when no one is clapping. There will be moments when the easy choice is not the right choice. Moments when you can follow the crowd, cut corners, stay silent, or choose what looks good instead of what is good. In these moments, choose integrity. Your name will travel into rooms before you do. Let it carry a reputation for honesty, work ethic, kindness, and accountability. Degrees may open doors, but character determines what you do once you are inside. Secondly, do not confuse a detour with a dead end. You will experience disappointment. An application may be denied, a relationship may end, a plan may fall apart, and sometimes it will. You may have to start over, take a different route, or pause longer than you intended. A detour is proof that you are not lost. You just have to reroute. Sometimes the route changes because you are being prepared for something you could not see from where you started. Keep learning, keep asking, keep applying, keep building, keep showing up for the version of yourself you are still becoming. And as you write your own narrative, remember that you have the power to decide what comes next. You can revise your plans, you can begin again, you can choose a different ending than the one someone else expected for you. When you find your footing, do not forget how it felt to need encouragement. Reach back, share information, open a door, speak someone's name in a room where opportunity is being discussed. Your success should have room in it for other people. And finally, to our parents, caregivers, families, and village, thank you for carrying the invisible weight of this journey. The sacrifices, the encouragement, the rides, the meals, the reminders, the prayers, and the love that did not always make it into the school record, but made all the difference. To our educators and staff, thank you for seeing possibility in our students and for doing the daily work of helping them recognize it in themselves. To my fellow board members, thank you for working collaboratively for all of our scholars. Today is evidence of how much the work matters. And to the class of 2026, here is what I hope you remember. You do not have to become everything overnight. You do not have to know every answer before you begin. You do not have to follow someone else's map to arrive at a meaningful life, but you do have to begin. Begin with courage, begin with integrity, begin with the understanding that your life is not a performance for other people. It is a responsibility and a gift that belongs to you. Go write a life that feels like truth, purpose, and possibility. And in the words of Netflix, tonight is our last day to watch you leave this field. You've earned it. Congratulations, class of 2026.
In a little town in Jersey where the stories run deep, Roselle raised us strong, gave us dreams to keep. We've been through it all, but we're still standing. Every hand here helps build the landing for a future brighter than yesterday. In Roselle, we find our way. This is Roselle with a heart.